Yeah, guys, Exoprimal, you might enjoy it. Don't let my words scare you, but I'm telling you how it is. When you're 10 hours into the game and you're thinking to yourself, oh man, I thought I'd be fighting other dinosaurs by now. Well, guess what? Told you so. That issue of like replaying old maps, it's going to hyper accelerate that death. There's no fucking doubt about it. For some reason in Exoprimal, they thought it was a good idea to put like the Matrix on the screen at all times, so it just makes videos look horrible. Like, how could you possibly think this is going to look good? The new God of War, it can get away with that. It doesn't need to look good in trailers. People are gonna buy it anyway. This is Exoprimal we're talking about. You need that game to look as good as fucking possible in your trailers because you're trying to advertise a dead on arrival game. Look, if this was Exoprimal right now, there'd be fucking words and letters and numbers all over the screen so that it makes sure the viewer on Twitch or YouTube can't see a goddamn thing. Capcom ain't selling that game because they didn't put any fucking money into marketing, so content creators are gonna sell the game. And it looks like shit for content creators. I digress. How do you have massive companies like this that make games that are trying to make money and putting millions of dollars into a product, but they don't have like someone level-headed being like, that's a bad idea. Oh, you're going to force players that have 1,000 hours to play with players that have 1 hour and it makes them play the tutorial over and over and over again? That's a bad idea. Just make a cheap Dino Crisis game, like a spin-off or something. If you're gonna just make some bullshit garbage, at least make it something that people are gonna like. All those wasted dinosaur assets. And I said this yesterday and I'll say it again, just to top off this subject. They make a monumental failure of the Dino Crisis franchise by bringing it into space and making it futuristic. And 10 plus years later, how do they try and revive dinosaurs? They make it even more futuristic. Genius! Let's make something that failed miserably, and then years later we're gonna think to ourselves, what should we do with this idea? Oh, I know! Let's copy the very fucking thing that killed it! What the hell? We killed it again! How the fuck did that happen? Oh, I wonder. I know. Like, the game is so triggering because, like, who is that for? Who's the audience? You're taking the most futuristic thing possible and combining it with the most frickin' primal thing possible. Like, who are you catering to? People in those communities are very vocal about what they want. Dinosaur people just want a legit dinosaur game with fucking cavemen and dinosaurs. Like, something raw and real. That's what they want. And mech people have... You got fucking Armored Core 6 coming out. Go fuck yourselves with trying to get into that community. Jesus. Now, granted, some of the classes are pretty cool, and some of the suits they made in that game are pretty interesting and pretty well designed. Don't get me wrong. Why does such a great company have to waste its time? That's what ultimately makes me so sad. You have hundreds of people that work for your company that could be doing something good, like could be making something that people actually want and that will factually sell well. They're experimenting. I like that, okay? Nintendo experiments a lot, and I love Nintendo for that very thing. But they're experimenting like they drew something out of a hat and then drew something else out of a hat and then combined them. Like, bruh. That game in trailers and in the beta looked better than what we got yesterday. That's an issue because it looked like shit. Anyway, I've said all I need to say. We'll let nature take its course. Just like what killed the dinosaurs.